kind of less is more. Let's just paint it and let the motor stand out for itself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we wanted to do the slosh tubs in here, which just, I mean, as you can see, everything looks amazing in there. I kind of tossed ideas around about doing all the panels like you see in some of the trucks and covering up the motor, but I just didn't want to do that.
Yo, what up, C10 Nation? This is Ronnie from C10 Talk. C10 Talk is one of those podcast things. We talk C10 trucks, tech, and people. That's right, people. Because it's the people that make the scene so rad-ass. The trucks are cool, but the people are cooler. You can check out the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, c10talk.com, and anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcasts. Thanks for checking out our latest video and being part of the C10 Nation.
What's up? Hey, we're back. We're at Barrett-Jackson, and a little different scenario. We've got the 1971. She's dressed up like a 68, 67. We've got Elaine, Keith Rozelle. Love this truck. This is for Arizona. This is a little bit of a local fixture for the Arizona scene. This truck's been around, 8 years now. The cool thing is I'll never forget this thing out in like a desert bed, and then Hoagie had built a 4x4 version, and then another local Arizona kid down, he's kind of Tucson and up in the valley, but this color scheme, you guys nailed it. So when you look back over this journey with this truck and your build, what comes to mind?
Oh, wow. Well, this truck was like the first thing that I did for myself when my business started becoming successful. I have an air conditioning business, so it's special to me for that reason. When Street Trucks wanted to feature the truck, they wanted me to name it, so we named it after my grandma, which was pretty cool, which gave it the timeless Elaine name, because I feel like the colors, the truck, I just feel like they'll just never go out of style. These are those colors that'll just be cool in 10, 15 years. And I've never had anything as long as this truck, so it's just one of those things it's kind of special to me, but it's time to move on and let somebody else enjoy it. That's it.
When you have a truck and you put your heart and soul into it, and it's kind of like a trophy, like I made it, right? Like I worked hard, I worked my ass off. I've got a successful company now. What goes through your mind once you finally sign the paperwork to put it into Barrett-Jackson, which again, for us, we're spoiled. It's right in our backyard, just up the road, 35 minutes and you're here. You've got the biggest successful car auction. You see what these trucks go for. You know what you paid for it 8 years ago. What goes through your mind?
Oh, man. All kinds of stuff. It's, luckily, like you said, I built this truck 8 years ago, so I'm into it really nicely. You couldn't build a truck like this for a fraction of what I have into it. So I feel, I've driven it for 8 years. I've had a ton of fun with it. So what kind of value can you put on that, right? I've had... honestly, I'm just, whatever I get out of it, it's going to bring some good money. I'm pretty confident, but I'm just happy that someone else is going to be able to enjoy it, and take it from here.
When you look back over that journey and you look back over the build, is there anything that you would change? If you went back and I could say, hey, Keith, what would you do different about this build?
So at the beginning, this truck was supposed to be like 20 different colors, and my buddy Lamar ended up showing me this color.
Nice work, Lamar.
Yeah, nice work, Lamar. You know what? We kind of had all that hashed out before we started it, and honestly, I have no regrets on this truck. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. It's a great-looking truck.
I love the wheels. I feel like that's got to be one of the hardest things when you take a truck that's this elegant and stylish, and you give it the name, Elaine, and you're like, well, you can't just there has to be a certain dress shoe on Elaine. It's classy, yet sophisticated. Yeah. Was that a hard choice?
Yeah, once again, there was probably 10 different wheel choices that we were going to do, and the V-Rods just looked awesome against this gray and white, so that's what we picked. Yeah.
Yep. V-Rods are hard to beat. Leisure Suit, one of my favorite trucks, has a V-Rod. Love that. Stepping up to the motor, you guys did an amazing job here. This is a less is more. It's clean. There's not a lot going on. And again, 8 years ago, you didn't see this all the time as this kind of less is more. Let's just paint it and let the motor stand out for itself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we wanted to do the slosh tubs in here, which just, as you can see, everything looks amazing in there. I kind of tossed ideas around about doing all the panels like you see in some of the trucks and covering up the motor, but I just didn't want to do that. I think it looks just great how it, it's got a very unique intake. Fat Fender built both of those hand pipes, so you can't buy those. And yeah, it's like you said, less is more on this truck for sure.
The funny thing about covering the motor on something like this is that takes away from that classic, nostalgic, vintage Elaine again. So not doing that and making it futuristic and making it covering up the power plant, the heartbeat, what you guys did, really, again, the color combo, the white, you're not going to go wrong. The white top is always classy. I mean, I kind of feel like it makes these trucks like a tuxedo. Did you always know that you wanted that 67 to 68 style, or what were you thinking even that, with it being a 71, to give it that 68 front grille?
So what I love about these trucks is that side trim that goes down, and I knew that the front end had to match that style, right? So I wanted to do it 67, 68 style. I just love the trim on the side of these trucks. So that's why we decided to do that and just kind of scrap the old front end and just do everything like a 67, 68, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to go wrong. And again, the funny thing for Keith and I, we're similar in age. And back in the day, 71, 72, I feel like was kind of the predominant champ of that generation of trucks. But as of the last, probably 15 years, the 67, 68 has really become the champ of that style. Yeah. So again, you doing this 8 years ago, back, which is considered back in the day now, a little bit ahead of time. You did a good job on that.
Thank you. So
thinking about this thing selling Friday night, she's not going to be home this weekend. She's going to be gone. She'll be back here, and then she's going to get hauled out I guess Sunday or Monday. What are you thinking? I mean, what are you thinking? You're going to hang out all week and be stressed, or are you past that point and you're like, you know what? She's kind of already gone. I'm just spending this last few days with her.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I love Barrett-Jackson. This is like my favorite time of the year, no matter if I'm selling something or not. So I'm here every day, just kind of enjoying everything, and just seeing this go Friday with my family is just cherry on top. So yeah.
And overall, I think you said you have less than 5,000 miles on this truck in 8 years.
Yeah, I think 4,100 miles, something like that. Yeah.
Might tell the guy one more rip in it, but I'm assuming that last week you probably had one more rip in it, and then you brought it up here. And I assume that there's a lot of people checking it out because it is a stunner.
Yeah, there has been a lot of people that come by. I probably should spend more time back here answering questions, but it seems to be a lot of interest in the truck for sure. So it'll go to a good home, hopefully. I mean, it's a great truck. Whoever gets it's going to be very happy with it.
Good. Well, even though you might be leaving the C10 scene, you're still in the classic truck scene. You've got your Blazer. You've got like a Tri-5 over at AZ High Test. So keep it up. If there's anything we can do, we're happy for you. It's been a rad truck. We're glad to have this, here locally. Good luck Friday night.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, awesome.
Late.